Alright, hopefully you can hear me okay and see everything. I'm gonna do a quick video about a tiny greenhouse that I made for my rare tropical plants. I just got inside of it, so we're gonna kind of do this video from inside the greenhouse. So I'm in here, I'm over in North Carolina, Zone 7B, growing rare tropical planias, eugenias, a lot of stuff that there's not a lot of information on. I've got some mature Jaboticabas, and my collection is just getting to a point where I have to take it. I can't keep it inside anymore. So I needed a greenhouse. I needed a solution. I built this greenhouse. I've been heating it using water and a misting system and also a heating system that I'll probably do a whole different video on. So I don't have my whole collection in here. I have some seeds that I'm keeping indoors just because I need to make sure that the temperatures are stable on that. And then I have all my seedlings, my younger plants, are also indoors. So we'll do an indoor video of my younger collection, but right now we're going to be doing a video on, this video is on the more mature stuff that I have taken outside, and this seems to be doing all right. So let me just flip the camera around and I'll show you guys what's growing on. Hold on one second. Okay, so hopefully it's still recording. You can see the thermometer is around 60 degrees. It's around 40 degrees outside. So I guess we'll start up here and we'll just kind of go around the room. We're going around the greenhouse. So up here I've got this, it's not a red Jabo. It is a rare Eugenia of some kind. It's got this really fresh new growth, and I don't know if anyone knows what kind of Eugenia this is. Let me know. I've had a lot of people say that it's Suriname, Cherry the Rio Grande or something like that. It's definitely beautiful, so it will be staying in my collection. I've grown that from seed. I got some rare Eugenia seeds from Flying Fox Fruits, and I just don't know what they are. It could be a Ben's Butte or something like that too. So over here I've got more plants that are Eugenias that look similar, but they don't look the same. So like this one up here is interesting. It's got, see, it doesn't look the same. It's got bigger leaves and it's taller. It looks similar. They're definitely both Eugenias, but they're not the same. So if anyone knows in the comments, just let me know. So yeah, these are my three Eugenias. I'll just take this one down too. This is my last Eugenia. Now I have more rare Eugenias inside. And I think I even have a yellow Grumachama inside. But that's my third one. So these ones are all big enough and mature enough that I feel like they can be out here. And they're kind of more hardy than the Jaboticabas, honestly. I could probably have my younger ones out here. I just don't want to risk it. Or I don't know if it's worth the risk to bring them out here. So just pop this guy back up there. And then pop this guy back up. Okay. That can stay. Put this one back up. Okay. Alright, so now that I got these back up, we'll go over to... Let's check out the Jaboticabas. Well, we'll check out the rest of what's on this rack. So that is some cuttings, mulberry cuttings that I did. And I just do cuttings before they bud out. And there's more cuttings down here of goji berry, apple, mulberries. There's a scarlet cutting because my scarlet Jaboticaba had a branch fall off. It's probably not going to live. It's very hard to do Jaboticaba cuttings. Well, it's very easy to do other cuttings, so I've got elderberry cuttings. I've got them all marked, labeled, like Sharpied on there, the names. That's a mulberry. So mulberry, mostly mulberry, goji berry, stuff like that. So that's in here just to kind of raise the humidity, and hopefully it'll bud out soon. And then moving around here, we've actually got this plum tree is in the ground. Planted about a year ago, and that's the base of it. And it's obviously it's fruiting size, and it is starting to flower. You can see the flowers coming out. And I will be taking a paintbrush and hand pollinating them, because obviously no bees, generally probably not many bees are going to be able to get into the greenhouse. So yeah, all those buds you see on the plum tree are actually going to be flowers. It flowers first and then it fruits out. It actually looks like the greenhouse is breaking in a little bit. Yeah, the weight of it, but it's a very strong tree. It'll be fine. As you can see, the greenhouse is pretty low tech. It is just 6mm plastic, double wrap, and then I've got it on these stakes, and I've got a watering system that is an old hose zip tied up, and then you see how you can just kink it at the end, and then you poke holes in it and it makes like a misting system, so it mists the whole thing. And I gotta be honest, it's nice to be able to water like that. So moving on around the room, I guess we'll just keep going plant to plant. So down there is a little fig tree that is not budded out yet, but right there is a Sabra, Jaboticaba. So let me see if I can just clean this off a little bit. Hold on. Alright, sorry about that. I feel like, yeah, that's a little bit clear, more clear. So that's a Sabra. I've pretty much got all my, I'm growing this for fruit stock. These plants are not for sale. That's my red. And, you know, if I'm lucky, I'll get fruit soon. That's the base of it. They're not too big yet. I just potted them all up. You know, if I'm lucky, I'll get fruit in a couple years. I've got a Grimmel right here. And everything's really tucked in tightly because it's winter. Down here's my scarlet. That right there is probably my most valuable tree. Unfortunately, it's not looking its best. It had a big branch right here get knocked off when I was moving everything in. This right here is a Restinga, Jaboticaba Restinga. I want to say coronata, but I know it's Jaboticaba restinga. And this thing was sold to me like it would be like a bonsai, but it has been like a prolific tree. Well, I mean, big. It got really big. So, that's great. Hopefully, I mean, I don't see any bark scaling. I think it'll be a long time till this guy fruits. But just potted everything up into this. They're like, I think they're 5-gallon pots, maybe 4-gallon pots. But then I've got the blueberry here that is starting to bud out, and I just got it in here because it'll fruit better in the greenhouse. And since there's room for it, I might as well throw it in. And then I've got this loquat here that is starting to bud out, and it's kind of cramped. You see, it's behind my chair, but honestly, it's not that bad. So that is kind of all we've got growing on in the greenhouse. I had more, but again, I'm zone 7B, so it's like I had to take my seedlings in, or not, I had to keep my seedlings inside, and then I have to keep my seeds that I just planted inside. I just can't risk it. But then again, they do have winters in Brazil, and I just don't know how much I can push it. So that's kind of what this all is experimenting on and seeing what it is. So I did recently just find out that the plants are subtropical. So I mean, it snows in the Rio Grande in Brazil, and I know that's where a lot of the Eugenias are from, like around there. Some of the Jaboticabas. I know that it snows in certain parts, so I know that it can get cold. I'm just trying to see what I can do, or as far as the seedlings and stuff like that, how much I could protect or should protect. Oh, I missed one little thing down here. Let me show you. Alright, so that's obviously a loquat right there. Just a young loquat. But right down here is some white. These are some red or white or something, just like runts that I couldn't sell, that I planted just in this pot, like all together. And I thought they were dead, but they're actually coming back out. Yeah, they're all leafing out. So they're just kind of tucked in there, so in the shade. Which, believe it or not, these plants love being in the shade. I've just found that the growth on the Jaboticaba is so much better looking when it grows in the shade. It just stays more lush. So there's that. So and then again, if you guys, let me just give you a little view of the understory. So again, if you guys have any suggestions, and that's kind of how I did the sides, just like some Tupperware tops, and they're zip tied together, and I've got stakes. I've got a door that I've got hinges on back here. Everything's kind of on these stakes in the ground, but the door does open up and everything, so I can get, it's pretty easy access, and it's a big door, so that's nice. And obviously this won't last forever, but I'm kind of just seeing what I can do out here, because the collection was getting too big for inside the house. Again, I don't want to make this video too long, although it's probably already too long. 14 minutes. Hopefully I can still upload it. But yeah, let's just wrap it up. That was the tour of the greenhouse and what we got growing on and how we do it. And I'll do another tour inside of my seedlings and everything I've grown on there, because I actually do have some stuff that's for sale that I'd like to show off and everything. So, all right, everyone have a great day, and thanks for watching the video about growing rare plants in Zone 7B.